head big enough for me to stay with a cheater. When you got your own, do the he say, she say. Speaking on me, bitch, be say. Big cake like it's my B-day, ayy. Running up a bed like.
Oh, I thought it was a picture. But anywho, how y'all day been going? Been good. I got a little bored, so I played in some makeup. You like my look? These are some regular, schmegular. Let's see if my lighter work. They put this little cord on here so little, like whatever. It didn't even make no difference. Okay. But y'all, I'm a little frustrated. I'm a little upset because like black people are really being targeted. We're really out here being hunted. And you know, you try to be positive that things are gonna change and lift up. But at this point it's like, damn, how much protesting can we do before something actually happens, before something actually changes? I've always been pretty partial to Malcolm X views in myself, but raised Malcolm way. But don't try me. But I don't know. It's a little upsetting that our black men and women are being killed, and it's at this point almost a daily rate. Like, we wake up to social media posts almost daily now. Oh, this person has been murdered. This person's died. This person's slain. This person. Like, come on, people. How much more can we take? Can we go through as a community? Y'all hate us because of the color of our skin. We cannot help that. We was born this way. But don't get me wrong, my black is beautiful, honey. Black is it. Because y'all love us to hate us. But all I'm going to say is, you know, it's sad. And as a person who does not have any children right now, I don't even want to raise kids in this type of world. It's so much evil going on. It's so much evil going on. You got pedophilia. You got incest. You on top of worrying about, I'm sending my child to school, the school getting shot up because little Matthew ain't getting enough love at home. Or on top of, it was a case recently, it didn't really get that much national segue, but it was a situation to where the little girl was getting off the bus and this man mowed her down. No jail time, no nothing. I don't know. It's just it's really sad out here, and I would love to, you know, settle down with someone, start a family, but truly, honestly, I am terrified to raise kids and had to go through the whole process. Let's not say that, but just, you know, you have to worry about so much as a parent, and those who are out here doing it, I salute y'all. Even my mama still is worried about me, and I'm about to be 30 this year. But she cute though. But I mean, it's just so much that black people have to endure on a daily, and we're just minding our own business. We're trying to start business. We're trying to pave ways for our kids. We're trying to make a better life for our kids. We're just trying out here to make a better life for ourselves, and we can't even Can't even run. Can't go nowhere. Can't do nothing. You scared to be your own house because they are busted their bitch. You can't even walk through Central Park without being lied on. Like, then we just had this whole situation on Netflix with the Central Five. What was the name of the movie? Was it Central Five? Y'all know the one I'm talking about. But, like, come on now. Girl, what you expect was going to happen? So you lied and said this man threatened you. What you expected was going to happen? Police came. What you was expecting? Emmett Till was brutally murdered, beaten. He was unrecognizable because a bitch lied. And recently just came out and said she lied, which I feel like the old bitch should still went in jail. But I digress. It's just, it makes you so angry. You guys, is black people being murdered on camera and nothing's being done about it. Y'all gave us two victories. The little woman who shot the man in his apartment, she got time. But I'ma say this to say this. Black people, we are so freaking forgiving. Remember that case I'm just talking about right here? That boy's brother hugged her and was like, "We forgive you." Bitch, what? Fuck you and your clique. Fuck all y'all. No, because you just took a person dear to me's life for what? Y'all don't be generous with us when it comes to crimes that black people commit. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying all black people out here are out here living the genuine life. You got some fucked up black people, you got some fucked up white people too. Everybody got some fucked up in them. You got the cartel. You got everybody. Everybody got some fucked up in them. But it's that we are the ones who are being targeted. We are the ones who are leaving homes and not making it home to see our families anymore. And to see it, like I said, on a daily basis at this point, something got to change at least once. And I salute those who are standing up and who are out here trying to make a change and make it right for us as a culture, as a people, as a unit. First off, we gotta get unified together first, because you're tearing me down, tearing you down. That's not nowhere we can start any progress. We need to lift each other up. We need to band together. We need to. Yes, we need to do that first. First thing first. But how much more talking can we actually do before we see some type of justice? And the people who killed that young man out here in Georgia, that's good now that they were arrested. Everybody involved, but I also want to see conviction. And I want to see a strong conviction, because that happened months ago. But it only got leeway because we saw the video. So nothing was going to be done about it. Don't appears to be. Hi. Sorry about that. That was my homegirl. She was calling me. And I had to eat me some watermelon. Y'all, I had been craving watermelon so bad. And I finally got me one. Ain't that motherfucker sweet too? Y'all, that thing's so sweet. And I am that country where I eat salt on my watermelon. But I don't use table salt no more. I use Himalayan pink salt. I don't know if it's any different, but it gives a little bit more sweeter taste. But I don't have problems with headaches no more like I used to. I have been trying to cut back on pork. Bacon is my weakness, but your girl's starting to see things that wasn't here before. Things are moving that wasn't moving before. So I'm trying to do better, trying to do right. But yeah, so like I was saying before we got interrupted, it just doesn't seem like nothing is being done truly about any of these deaths that's been going on. I did just watch a video on Facebook before while I was eating, and there was a lady. She was a white lady. She was just saying how enough is enough. Like, it's time for people to actually put something in forth. Like, how much more, how many more deaths do y'all anticipating going on in the black community? Because, like, come on now, like, this man was brutal. He was legitly murdered on the side of the street in Minneapolis, pleading for help, pleading, I cannot breathe. And the man is like, he's a man. He's not no little guy. He has some weight on him. He has his knee on this part of his neck, and he's down. So you are restricting his breathing. We legitly see a man get murdered. Not saying we haven't seen it, but with no pow, the man was not resisting. Like, we see a man lose his life all because this prick of a officer was placing his weight on his knee that was pressed up against this man's neck. And then not shortly, but soon after, we see his life, like, his body is limp. They drag him in attempts to make it seem like, oh, he's okay. No, he is dead. Like, he's not moving. He's unresponsive. He's not saying anything. He had not said anything for at least 3 minutes. If you see the video, it's just like, if the white people who don't have any ill will thoughts about black people, who actually, love black people, whatever the situation is, that whatever relationships you have with black people, I feel like it's y'all's time to say something, to stand up, is because obviously our voices alone aren't enough. So at this point, we need to say, how much is enough? Like, when is this is gonna end? Like, black people are terrified of law enforcement, people that we were supposed to be able to count on. But let's not get it twisted. Black people have never been able to count on anybody in a law enforcement area, for real, because growing up in the South, we hear all the stories, we see things, I'm actually interested in a lot of African American movies, black movies, whatever you want to call it. I do enjoy getting to know other things that are taught in school, which is BS. That's like the surface. In school, we only learn the basics of African American history. Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, maybe Carver. Like, come on now. So I feel like, as a black person, it's up to you to educate yourself on other things that black people have done for this country. Like, it's a lot of things, music wise, everyday essential wise, whatever it is that you may take for granted, probably wasn't invented by a black person. Do your research, sis. I guarantee you're gonna find something that you're gonna be like, oh my God, for real? Yes. But like, growing up in Mississippi, I'm born and raised in Mississippi. True enough, where I was located in Mississippi, you don't really see a lot of the racism. You don't really see, because it was a very small town. Like, I'm talking about very, very small. Like, till this day, there's no stoplight. Yes, I come from that. But yeah, so it's like I didn't really see it, but it's around you because of the stigmatism of little. You might go up the street and hear that town has a story. Like I remember one time going on a church function where it was actually to like a courthouse, I want to say, where they wrongfully hung a black person, a black man. And to this day, if you at the right angle, you look up at the courthouse, you can see the man's reflection in the glass. And they said they have changed it so many times that it comes back. Now that could be a myth, but I believe that I seen it for myself. So whatever. But yeah, like growing up in the South, you already know like there's a lot of law enforcement that use the cloak of their title and were hidden KKK members. So I mean, everything starts at home. The way you act, the way that you are as a person, as a human being, starts at home. So like if you can change your environment. Yes, you can. At the situation where you have the opportunity to do so. But what you see around you, you don't have to be stuck there. It might feel that way. You can still get out and do more. I love Mississippi by myself. Yes, my transition has been hard, but I'm doing it by myself. Yeah, I'm not the richest person. I fall short. But I try to make sure for the most part that my essentials are paid for and whatever. So you can do it. But it just sucks that the whole time that he's on this man's neck, there's no sense of urgency for him to get up. Like he chilling. Like he might as well have been on his phone playing a game. Like he was chilling, and you can see like the man's is like almost as if you see this man's life leave his body, because he went from, it was like a fish like gulping for air, and then his body just dead. He's just there. And you have the other officer. I want to say he's Asian descent. Maybe I'm not really sure. He's resisting. He's talking. If he's talking, he can breathe. Barely. He's barely making it. And they still showed no sense of remorse. Like it wasn't, even after you realize that this man has died, there was no remorse whatsoever. There was no, oh my God, there was no let's notify family. Nothing. There was no nothing. Does anybody know who he is? It was none of that. And they said he was resisting. We don't, now from the video that I saw, it does not show if he was resisting or whatever. Supposedly, there was a video that recently that was leaked that showed that he was not resisting whatsoever. So that was a lie. But I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know for sure what that video entails. But the video that I seen, he was not resisting. You can tell he's trying to get up to reposition himself, because I know when I'm wrestling or playing with friends or whatever, you move to try to position yourself to get out of that uncomfortable position. But what we don't see in the video that I saw is two other officers are behind him. So he's handcuffed. It's a guy on his neck and it's a guy on his leg. So he can't move. And then he says, I'm claustrophobic. We all have been in situations where we feel like, oh, I can't breathe. Yes. So it's just crazy, y'all. And like I said, I am vocal in certain situations. I will say certain things. I don't like to speak on some topics because I feel like I'm not that educated on certain subjects. So instead of me just speaking just to be speaking, sometimes I keep my certain comments or certain things to myself. But I mean, at this point, this situation, I feel like something has to be said. I don't understand how much more Black people have to endure. Um, like, Black people have never trusted the police, but there's history behind that as to reasons why. I just want for people to open their eyes and start speaking out, because our voices alone aren't seeming to click. It, and I've seen some comments on some things that are just freaking vile. Like, I'm talking about monkeys. And now, if y'all want to go with the monkey card, you must have never seen no chimpanzee, because y'all lips are paper thin like bears. Come on, sis. Like, don't do that. Don't call us the monkeys, boo. Because we're not going to go there, okay? Period. But it just been on my mind all day, and I feel like the more that I was on Facebook and seeing the articles and seeing the videos and seeing the protests today, I just had to say something. I mean, you can disagree with my views or what I have to say. I know I kind of ramble a little bit. I'm a rambler. Sorry. I just I be hit my mind. But I mean, like I said, you can disagree with my views. That's okay. You are entitled to your opinion, as I am to mine. This is my channel, so I'm speaking my opinion. I am open for topic suggestions. I love me a good tea. That's why I say let's talk. So anything that I feel like I'm not very well educated on, please, sis, enlighten me. Put me on game. Don't belittle me. Strengthen me. Period. But I just want to kind of, make a video. Maybe this will be my first video, because I kind of do like the content that I'm talking about, even though it's kind of sprinkled with a little of everything. I want in my first video to really have some type of meaning. And the first video that I recorded, it's kind of same thing, but you can tell I'm uncomfortable in the video, but I feel like this, I'm a little bit more relaxed. My lighting is kind of how I want it to be, which is, I'm not mad at it. It's not the best, but I'm not mad at it. So once I get this editing stuff down, as far as like my little intro, because I want my intro to be snatched too. I don't want to come half stepping, even though I know it little steps, but I also just, you know how you have your standards of things, you have your way of doing things, and so yeah. But this is my necklace that I got made. It's my granddad and my grandmother's name, Gladys and Chester. So I think that's it, y'all. I mean, I just want to vent today and come to y'all. I just had to get that off my chest. Bye.